Cybernation Uncensored.
All right, hello. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I fixed every camera except for my own. I am GM Capricious Nature, fixing my camera live on stream, and I am very happily back here with everybody for our Season 3, Episode 2 of our Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. We are joined right now by 5 of our 6 group members. Calamity, also known as Doña Trece Cuervo, will be joining us a little bit later. She is currently visiting Sin City and has to wait to check into her hotel room. So we are going to be joined by her a little bit later. Now, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have my players introduce themselves, and I will be dropping links and all of the other information into our chat. So, Mark, go ahead and start us off.
Mark, Captain Mark 87 on the Discords and the Twitters. You can find me here every Saturday playing this Friday in the Fallout game as well on this channel, and Sundays over at twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory for D&D. We're running a special one-shot tomorrow because of Super Bowls.
Silly Super Bowls. Jayo.
American Hand Egg.
Yeah.
That's where they score baskets, right?
Yeah, I thought they had the hockey sticks, though.
Oh, maybe.
No. They strap on several stone of padding to play rugby.
Gotcha.
Never mind.
Chuggy, go for it.
Hey, I'm Chuggy on Discord, Chuggy305 here on Twitch. I'll be playing T-Bar the Nomad. And their disrespect to football has made me sad.
Sorry, not sorry, Matt. I played varsity football my freshman year for like 2 months and then immediately dropped out. I love my dad, but I know he will always be super disappointed in me for that. And at this point, I just don't care.
I played defensive tackle all through high school. So.
Yeah, I did. I was offensive tackle, right tackle. I don't remember specifically, but it was not my style. I've grown up to be a pacifist, so I'm lame sauce now. Raven is not with us today. You can catch her over on Doña Trece Cuervo on all of her different social medias. We have her on Twitch, Discord, as well as Instagram and Twitter. She will be joining us a little bit later today as our solo tech nomad, starting up her newest capabilities. John.
I'm John, Johnny Drop over on the Discord, other Sandman 3096 here in the Twitch chat. You can find me here every Friday and Saturday for GM Capricious Nature's wonderful campaigns. You can also find me over on SoundCloud at Arxon. And tonight I will be playing Remy Johnson, the tech.
Awesome, thank you. Vampire?
I'm Vampire Bites, playing Mojo, the Nomad lawman, and you can catch me here every Saturday night with that, and in the Discord and on other people's Twitch channels, and probably not ever mine again, I guess. I don't know. I do have one thing to say about football. Who they think they beat them Bengals?
Like walking like an Egyptian?
Bengals, not Bangles.
I'm confused.
Vampire Bites, thank you. Violet Neon.
Hey, I am Violet Neon. You can find me here every Saturday as your resident nomad who's trying to learn how to fix things, but not like a tech does, but like a negotiator type thing person making stuff happen. Yeah, and then when not here, you can find me on Cybernation Uncensored's Discord. And yeah, go sports ball team thing, Jig. Play with your balls and have fun.
About sums up all sports. Sorry, Chuggy.
I'm all for balls.
Okay, whatever makes you happy. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, I am GM Capricious Nature, and we are here making ball jokes because that's how we roll. You can find us every single week on Fridays and Saturdays here on Cybernation Uncensored. On our Friday game, we do the TGIFF. Thank God it is Fallout Friday. We have a session from GM Rob Mulligan, the founder of Cybernation Uncensored, and then it is accompanied by our Fallout Asia campaign that takes place shortly after. Each week you will find us as well doing Cyberpunk Goes Nomad, as you are watching right now. And today we have our music provided by two wonderful groups. We have Helix Code over at twitch.tv/Outworld Sounds, as well as Bass Ape Records. The both of them are absolutely wonderful contributors to our music, and upcoming next week, thanks to our wonderful sponsor Sirenscape, we will have Sirenscape built in with our wonderful sound effects going on once I can remaster and relearn how to run all of those tools. And thank you for upping your sub, Stinkpalm. He is one of my players over on the Fallout Asia campaign. Now, a couple of different updates. The supplements over on Cybernation Uncensored have gotten an update. The Fallout Asia supplement has been updated with the new bunker dwellers. We have new weapons, a rebalance on some of the ammunition. There's tons of stuff you can find. You will also very soon be finding an update to the Medicine in the Time of Red, authored by our wonderful Stinkpalm here in chat. He is currently looking for individuals who are playing or have played medtechs in their games. He's looking for little anecdotes to add to each chapter beginning. So if you have played a medtech in the past, please contact Stinkpalm. And our wonderful Vampire Bites here has already done so with Mad Mags, and we are getting some other additions later on by myself as well, with Doc, who has already been featured in this campaign, as well as Silly Sap, who played a medtech in one of Rob's campaigns in the past. So those will be coming up very, very soon. You can find the Vehicles of Red, the completed beta guide. It is over on cybernationuncensored.com as well. And if you are interested in finding any of the generators that I use for the perchance system, it automatically spawns our environments, our enemies, locations, loot, everything. If you want to find that, you can check it out over on my link tree. I have those links posted up there. Now, I've gotten all of our links out of the way. Let me double check on our Discord, see if I have an update from our wonderful Raven. No, I do not have one yet. I got one from Captain Mark, and we'll be dealing with that in just a little bit. So let me get us a really quick recap. Season 1 was an absolute clusterfuck. The Nomad Council got attacked. Season 2, we had our players struggle busing their way from Night City out to Phoenix and then back up to Las Vegas, where they possibly accidentally, possibly purposely, massacred the downtown Vegas area with a nuclear detonation from a generator. Now our nomads are making their way over towards Dallas, Texas, and later on to possibly Austin or San Antonio in pursuit of Metacore. They did their research in the last session and found out that Metacore's headquarters, their home base, was out in the Gulf of Mexico, just a little bit away from where Bear had originally speculated. They have passed up all of these different sites of note in order to reconnect over in Dallas, and maybe visiting one location later due to the curiosity that Jack has in regards to the fact that he seems to have a younger and brain-dead clone, son, duplicate, synth? We're not exactly sure. But he's found a connection between Metacore, Biotechnica, Petrochem, all of these major providers. At the end of our last session, our other nomads, we had Remy, we had Domino, we had T-Bar, and we had our wonderful Mojo as well, deciding, hey, let's head over cross-country from Phoenix over to Dallas, and let's meet back up with our compatriots, Devilish Jack Holmes and Calamity. And on their way over, we had some successful rolls from T-Bar and from Domino, but not so much from Mojo. And so we're going to be dealing with that at the beginning of our session today, reuniting our wonderful group, and then introducing some new Nomad functions. So, Mojo, the first thing I'm going to have you do, you're going to be making our first roll today. Please roll a 1d100. All right, you got a 53 on your 1d100. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up my my CRB so that I can have all of this up and running. Let's see, digital version. Awesome. Oh, crap. My PDF reader decided to poop on me. Give me 1 second, folks. Sorry. There we go. Now it's running. All right. So your roll was a what again? 53. All right. So as Remy and T-Bar, Domino, and Mojo are making their way cross-country, Mojo, you get a little bit off of track from the main road and the main group, and you're driving a motorcycle, literally cross-country in a desert, and you find yourself chancing upon a group of scavers. You can see that there's 2 of them that you can actively see right now, and they do not look to have any nation or nomad colors on them. They don't seem to be military. They're not wearing any fatigues or camo, so they could either be random scavers, or they could be Raph and Shiv, or they could be some vagrants. You see them literally camped out, sitting around a small fire with a tent and a large crate next to them. What are you going to do? You're muted.
I will... as a player, I keep forgetting who has comms and who doesn't. But I will radio over the comms and engage. There's a crate. It might be useful. I mean, I'm not going to attack unless they start. If they want to just talk, great. Find out what they are. Maybe they want to join the clan. If they're, if they want to attack, then, well, I'll just have to kill them. But I'm going to radio out. I've found something and give my current location.
All right. What is your luck score?
4.
All right, go ahead and roll me a 1d10 and then roll me 1d6 afterwards. All right. So do you stay on your motorcycle? Do you get off your motorcycle? Do you hide it? What are you going to do? Are you going to drive straight up to them?
Are they reacting at all to driving up on the motorcycle? I mean, I'm going up to their camp. on the motorcycle. Depending on their reaction, is whether or not I would hop off or just open fire with the static machine gun.
All right. Go ahead and give me a human perception roll, please.
Human perception?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to use the +2.
All right. +2 coming in from chat. Let me pull up our rewards. Close
Thanks,
this
Paul, I
out.
believe.
Yep. Well, I got to clear out the rewards from yesterday.
Yeah, there's one from Stink Palm from today.
Yep, got it. Thank you, Stink Palm. And Dash also just added in another +2 for you guys as well. So that'll be a 20 with a +2.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So the individuals there, they did not notice when you were a little bit further distance, but as you are starting to drive up, you can see that the two guys that are visible to you start scrambling a little bit. You don't know exactly what they're doing, but you see them immediately get up. They look like one of them is kicking some of the dust and dirt onto the campfire, trying to put it out, and the other one seems to be kind of fiddling around in a bag.
All right. Well, I'll ride up right to. I mean, depending on what the boundaries of the camp are. If it's just there's a couple of tents and a campfire with the two guys there, I'll just roll right up. Put my hand up in greeting. If any of them look like they're going for weapons or anything like that, instead of a wave, the hand will go to the shotgun. And then I'll hop off the bike and, hey!
All right. So who had radio comms? I'm not sure who has them installed with them. All right. So we have one person with radio comms. Chuggy, do you have radio comms?
I do.
They're built into the APC.
Okay. Yeah, you have them built in on the APC. And Chuggy, are they built in on the APC? On your AV?
I believe mine is an earpiece one.
Okay. All right. So the two of you both get this radio call from Mojo. He's letting you know that he's found something. He's going to be checking it out. Are the two of you going to continue going? Or are you going to try and ask him for a location?
He sent a location, and I would immediately. I'm not leaving anybody behind, so I would head over to that location. Hey, Remy, pick which gun you want to arm just in case.
Let's try out this big boy.
I would turn around
Crawl into the back seat.
Okay, yeah, because the turret doesn't have anything, but there's two pods, and there's one on the left, one on the right.
And what were you saying, Chuggy? Sorry.
I said I would definitely turn around and head back if he said there was a crate there and some people.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we've got our group turning back around. What I need you guys to do right now is Violent Neon not Violent Neon, Domino and T-Bar. I would like both of you to please roll me a 1d10. Oof. All right. So Domino is a little bit closer. He'll be there in about 7 rounds, and T-Bar will be there in about 9 rounds, give or take, based on how far away they were and when they received the signal. That does not mean we're going directly into combat. I see I see Mojo's face twisted a little bit. Don't worry. But you raise your hand, you wave over to them, and you see the one guy was trying to kick out the fire, and the other guy was messing around in his bag, and he pulls out this weird little contraption. It looks like a modified power drill. And he seems to point it over at you, and he's like, "Hey, you one of the Metacore scums?" He's screaming that over you, Mojo.
No. Did you hear what they did in Vegas? Oh my God. No, I'm with Snake Nation. What's left of it?
Why are you riding around some fancy military bike?
It's one of the ones I found. Really like it.
All right, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check, please. This is a reminder to all of our wonderful viewers on Twitch and on YouTube. Military vehicles are an addition in our Vehicles of Red supplement, and one of the things that all of the users of military vehicles have to understand is that when they are using military vehicles, it draws unwanted attention to them. So this guy looks over at you. Let me roll real quick. This guy looks over. He's like, "How do you find a military motorcycle?" You are muted again. The mute gods have been appeased. All hail the mute gods.
The mute gods will not be appeased tonight. I've got my window open and there's lots of traffic on my road, so I keep muting myself, and I will forget more than once. But anyway, believe it or not, we found it in an abandoned cave out near Fresno.
Fresno.
Yeah.
Where are you from, pal?
Oh, we're nomads. We're from everywhere. Yeah, our last base camp was outside of Night City. We're heading towards Dallas now.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. All right. So you can tell that as this guy who's holding this weird modified freaking like power drill and pointing it at you, as he's talking to you, you can see that the other guy who had kicked out the fire has kind of run over to one of the tents, and he comes out of the tent with 3 other people. We are now in round number 3, so don't worry for both Chuggy and for T-Bar and Domino. I'm still keeping track. This guy who is this modified power screwdriver, he looks over. He's like, "How about you let us take a little spin around on that cute little bike of yours? Cause you ain't from around here."
I'm rather partial to it. Friends
Well,
should be rolling in. Well,
you got friends coming in too?
do we come over? Sorry?
You got friends coming in too?
Yeah.
How many seats you got?
Enough.
You got 5 extra seats? We trying to get down to Austin. That's why we need to borrow your little bikey bike.
We might be able to help you out. We just hang out here and wait for my friends, and we'll see what we got room for. We can get you to Dallas, and you can get from there to Austin. What you got in the crate?
You can see that the 3 guys that have come out of the tent, they look over at you and they look over at the crate, kind of side-eyeing, and they look over at the crate, and the guy with this modified power screwdriver, he responds like, "This is the stuff we found out here. You found that bike over in a cave. We've been scrounging around out here too." And just giving you a heads up about where our location is. You guys are right about here. You are off this main road that goes south between Oklahoma City and Phoenix.
Mojo is definitely going to just stall for time until he's not outnumbered anymore. And trying to see if they have a current clan, if they like to join a clan, or if they're freelance, or, try and get a little bit of background without being obviously pokey.
All right. What do you say?
I don't know. I'm not Mojo.
All right. In cases like this, then what I'll need you to do is roll me a conversation check.
Yep.
Because I've run across this before in the past as well. I was a what was it? I was a not a druid. I was a cleric, and I was attempting to try and convince a bar manager to let me in into his backstock by bribing him with mead. And my GM asked me, he's like, well, what do you say? And I'm like, I have no idea. I'm not him. Can I just roll for it? And just roll for it. So you rolled an 11.
Not great.
Yeah, you are not able to ascertain where they are from, what group they might belong to, but you can tell from your perception that you've rolled a little bit earlier, is the fact that they're all pretty raggedly dressed. They're not looking very, very good. They seem a little bit sickly. They seem a little bit odd, and their behavior seems to be a little erratic. We're now round 5. We're 2 rounds left.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come out and ask: do y'all need a clan? Do y'all need support and help and a family?
The guy looks over at you, and he's the one again with the power screwdriver. He's like, we's our own clan. We don't need to belong to none others, but we're always trying to keep our eyes out for taking care of us and ourselves. Trying to make our way down to Austin.
That's completely fair. Well, we'll just hang out here, nice and calm, and wait for my friends and see if we can give you a lift.
All right. Roughly about this time, Domino, go ahead and describe what happens as you're rolling up on this little set of tents, and we have Mojo there with his military bike and these 5 guys.
5 guys. Mojo does not have his weapon drawn. He's casually standing there, but I see somebody pointing something at him.
Actually, hold on. I forgot about that. He actually has lowered his weapon since Mojo started chatting with him.
Okay, so he's lowered whatever that is. And so I don't think I see anything overly threatening. I kind of look over my shoulder. Which side gun did Remy get behind?
Let's say the driver's side.
Okay. So I'm going to roll up on the camp and angle just so that the driver's side is the side that's facing the 5 men or the 5 people that are there. And I'm gonna... Everything okay?
Are you saying that from the inside of your APC?
Yeah, I would. I have metal slats covering the window, so I would put the window down. And holler, everything okay?
All good. Just it's fine, folks. They're wondering if we had extra room to get them. They're headed towards Austin, but I told them we're going to Dallas. I figured if we have the room, might be able to give them a lift that far, and then they can make it on their own way down to Austin. But I wasn't sure if we had room, given the clan's move.
Well, I'm sure that we could negotiate something. Give me just a moment. And Remy, keep them drawn. I'm gonna I'm gonna step out and try to broker a deal, maybe. But watch them.
I got your back.
Word. And I'm going to go ahead and hop out and walk over and okay. So one of our other colleagues is coming in with another vehicle, and we should be able to transport. But I'm sorry, but I got to know what we're going to be transporting and what it's worth to you.
So a couple of things. Number one, these five guys see you roll up in this fucking massive APC armored with machine guns on it. They turn around, they see you, and go, "Oh shit! What the fuck?" And you see the guy pull his that weird modified power screwdriver, pointing it over at your vehicle as well. He's like, "No fucking way! You guys are from Medicorp. No, what's going on here? What's going on here? How does everybody have military?" And then you guys see T-Bar coming in as well with his AV4, and one of the guys in the camp just fucking bolts for it, just starts running away.
We're not from Medicorp. We stole this from Medicorp. And found that in a cave. And T-Bar, he's just really lucky at finding random shit. But do you see this patch right here? This is Snake Nation. I'm going to kindly and respectfully oblige and give you the courtesy of the mistake of thinking that we're Medicorp once. But no, we are Snake Nation. We're offering help if you need it. But what are you willing to pay for it?
Go ahead and make 2 rolls for me. First one, human perception. Mojo, you can roll this as well.
I would like to claim a +2 from Chad if there is one.
There is one left from Dash.
Okay. So that'll be a 16.
All right, and then I would like you to roll a persuasion.
Okay.
All right, so we got a 16 and a 15.
Yep.
All right, so a 3. They're not concealing their natures very well at this point. You can tell very, very clearly. These people are fucking shitting themselves. They think that you guys are obviously Medicorp. You're driving around military-style vehicles with heavy weaponry. Chuggy's character T-Bar has come in with an AV. Nobody has access to this kind of hardware except for advanced militaries and, right now, Medicorp. So they do not believe you whatsoever that you are not Medicorp, and they think that you are actively lying to them. And that's why one has run off.
Okay.
When I make it there, I will land the I'll land the AV, and seeing that they're not fighting, I will make my way out of it, parking it, and come out in my full new executive suit that I just got when I became a level 1 executive.
Now.
All right, give me one
With
moment.
my hair, instead of up in a mohawk, I got it slicked back like Michael Douglas in Wall Street.
Oh, God. All right, hold on one second. Chuggy, what's your luck score?
6.
All right, roll me 1d10, please.
We call him T-Bar for a reason, because that boy ain't right.
Domino, what's your luck score?
4.
Go ahead and roll me 1d6.
D6.
Sorry, 1d10. My bad. D6? Yeah, 1d10. My bad. All right, and Mojo, what was your luck score again? Was it 6?
No, it is 4 as well.
All right, roll me 1d10. All right. Domino, pick even or odd.
Odd.
All right. So as T-Bar lands this AV and steps out, slick back fucking hairdo, exec outfit. You see these guys are just they're losing their shit now. Oh fuck shit, no, we're not going back, no way, we're not going back. And the one with the power screwdriver, you can hear something very odd come from it as he starts whirring it up, and what we're going to be doing now, this is going to be a fun little new addition. All of you that are there, you can feel something kind of tingling inside of you as this thing starts powering down. It seems as if the weapon he was holding was some kind of EMP, and he has triggered it. So I'm going to need all four of you to please do me a real quick favor and roll your initiative, and then I'm going to be pulling up our EMP rules. Raven is here. Raven, can you hold on one moment? Alright, I gotta reset our cameras again. There we go. Okay, you can turn on your camera. You're set. All right. So 10, 15, 11, and 12. Mojo, did you ever get off of your motorcycle or no? You're muted.
Nope.
All right. So Mojo, you will be going first. So this weird little contraption has let off, as I said, some sort of EMP. But you also have a little Faraday cage on your whatchamacallit, your bike.
On the motorcycle.
All right, so I'm going to be pulling this up real quick. Microwaver. There we go. All right. So what happens with these kinds of EMPs? A basic microwaver has a DV-15, but this is a targeted weapon. This guy has released an EMP wave inside of the area, and the DV is going to be a 17. Now, what happens for your cage? Let me pull up our Vehicles of Red supplement. For the cage that is on your vehicle, let me pull this up. There we go, the Faraday cage, EMP resistant lining. When you install a Faraday cage, it installs a cage along with the internal lining of the vehicle, making it resistant to EMP blasts. All microwave attacks are DV-10 while inside the vehicle. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be resisting this DV. It is going to be a cyber tech check for your vehicle, whether or not it's going to be shutting off, and your DV is going to be a 10. All right. So your vehicle immediately goes as the internal mechanics of it start shutting off. Same thing is going to be going for Domino, because I believe Domino was T-Bar. T-Bar, for your AV, go ahead and roll a cyber tech check. DV is going to be a 17.
I'll use my 6 points of luck, and if there's any +2s in chat, I'll use that too.
Do we have any +2s in chat? We do not have any +2s in chat, so it'll just be your +6.
Well, I didn't need it. Every time I waste my luck, I...
All right. Your AV does not power down, so the lights that are still on are still on. And Domino, go ahead and roll the same cyber tech check.
Okay.
DV 17.
Yeah, I'm not wasting my. The vehicle's probably going to shut off.
Yep, that's Nate. So Remy, you're inside of the APC, and you can hear the internal mechanics of the APC as the engine kind of shuts off, and the internal lights turn off. The machine gun that you are at, is it a pintle or a turret mount, Domino?
Pencil.
It is a pintle. So you can still move the machine gun. It is not an electronic machine gun. It's not an autocannon. So it is still functional.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so right now with our initiative, Mojo, your bike powers down. What the heck are you going to do?
I would like a face down.
A face down. Why do you do these things to me?
I want to put that 6 rep to good use.
All right, hold on one second. So we have Mojo, we have
Y'all have made me very angry. I'll make
T-Bar,
us kill you.
we have Remy, and we have Domino.
Can I help?
I don't remember how to do a face down, so give me 1 second. It's literally been over a year since I've done a face down. Page 194. Alright, so face down. In Cyberpunk Red, a face down is cool plus rep plus 1d10. Alright, so add your cool to your reputation and then roll a 1d10 for me. Alright, you got a 14. And so I'll be rolling cool.
14 is the worst I could have gotten.
I'm sorry to hear.
Thankfully, face down is not subject to 10s and 1s.
Yes. All right. So still, your 14 is still better than their 12. So you have intimidated this guy. He has already let off that EMP, but he is now intimidated by you. And he looks over, he's and he doesn't know what to do now that his device has gone off.
Yeah, the intimidation that I'm trying for is for them to stand down before we have to kill them.
All right, so you want to intimidate the entire group?
Yeah.
All right, roll me a 1d4, please.
D4?
Yeah, 1d4, because the 5th guy ran off. He literally just bolted the fuck out of there. All right, you have intimidated all 4 of them. So as the 4 of them there are they're pounding around on themselves, trying to figure out like where are their weapons and shit. The one that had bolted off was the one who had gone to the backpack, and they look over and see that their backpack is now gone. So that scabbed them, and they look over at Mojo. They look over at Remy with this 50 cal machine gun. They look over at T-Bar's AV still running. They just, God, fuck, God damn it, what? And they seem to be quite defeated. T-Bar, it is your turn. These guys seem to have kind of backed down after they set off that EMP. None of them
How
seem to
far
draw
away
weapons.
did the guy who ran get?
It has been about 5 rounds now, so a decent little chunk. You'd be able to fly and catch up to him, but running after him, you might not be able to do so. Sorry, not 5. It's been 2 rounds. Not 5. It was 5 since the APC arrived, but he didn't leave until T-Bar got there. So yeah, 2 rounds. Or are you asking for a specific distance?
I was asking for a distance, like as far as if I was going to try to shoot them.
All right, hold on 1 second. Let me find our move. All right.
You said they took some kind of bag and ran off?
Yeah, they grabbed the backpack that was there. So move number of yard meters equals to move times 2, so that'd be 10, 20. They're about 20 meters out.
All right. My move is 7, so I could get 14 closer, which would put me 6 away.
Yes, and then they'll be moving at the end of the round.
All right. Well, while I'm within 6 of them on my turn, I'd like to attempt a called shot at the leg with my new excellent quality Smart Link heavy pistol.
All right. All right. So you're going to move how far?
My move is 7, so if they're 20 away, I would move 14, which would put me within 6, which is just good enough to get in the best TV range for the pistol.
All right. So yeah, you see this guy running. You fucking bolt over, start running, and you draw your pistol. Go ahead and roll to hit. It's going to be 13 plus. Called shot is 7, correct?
8.
8 plus 8. So 13 plus 8, that's going to be putting us at a 21. So it's DV 21. Don't forget to add in all your fancy little numbers. All right, you open fire.
Yeah, that's. I forgot to add in the numbers, but
Be plus,
that would be
what, 3?
19.
2. Okay, so
20.
plus 2.
Yeah, it would be 20.
Okay. Yeah, you open fire.
No, you're right. It's
plus 3.
It's 19.
Smart Link, excellent quality. That'd be plus 2.
And I have if I had the targeting scope, I could have had one more on the gold shot, but I didn't end up getting it.
All right. So you open fire, 19. You shoot and you miss this guy's legs as he's running. All right. So goodness gracious. All right. So T-Bar, you run past the group. You try opening fire on this guy. Remy, you are up on that machine gun on top of the APC. You see T-Bar run across this little camp thing and open fire at the guy who is running and miss. You see the rest of the ones there at the camp seem very defeated. What are you going to do?
He's gonna stay quiet, and I'm gonna hold my action to fire on anyone that draws it. Any of the scabbers that draw their weapons.
Thank you for the specificity. We've seen what happens when we lack specificity. F's in chat. Oh, you're back. You're back. Okay, he's back, so not too bad. But all right, so you stay there. You keep an eye out. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. All right, you do not see anybody in this camp right now drawing weapons. It seems as if they were padding around trying to find weapons on themselves to realize that none of them was carrying anything. The guy that had run away has not drawn weapons either, but TR has opened fire at them.
Cool.
And Domino.
So, an EMP was just released, right?
Yes.
Would the smart link gun have worked? Or would he have had to make a check? I'm asking because, are my eyes working right now?
I forgot about that. Y'all have a bunch of cyber tech, don't ya?
Uh-huh.
All right. So Mojo is a flesh bag, so Mojo doesn't have to worry about that. T-Bar, do you have any cyber tech on you?
I have interface plugs, Neuralink, Cyberarm, grappling hand, and a. Oh, I didn't need a special smart gun link because it works with the interface plugs. So I had the interface plugs and Neuralink arm and hand.
All right, go ahead. I'm not going to make you roll because that's going to be like 6 rolls. I'm going to make you roll once. So please roll once for Cybertech check. Your DV is a
Didn't
17.
I already roll that?
That was for your
That's for your
vehicle.
vehicle.
I forgot about your person. Because I thought the only one who was super cybered up was Calamity, and I totally forgot that all y'all. Holy God, you open fire and you miss because your cyber-tech is starting to shut down. It seems to be spazzing out a little bit.
Oh, if my cyber wet tech would have went down, I wouldn't have been doing a call shot for his leg. But whatever, it's fine.
And so technically I have a biomonitor and 3 light tattoos. So
Go ahead and roll one anyway for me, please. It's not really going to affect your performance or anything like that, but
yeah,
it'll be good to know. Those start shutting down. Domino. Oh, what's up?
I was on my
Is an EMP normally resisted by resist torture drugs also?
It is specifically Cybertech.
No problem. I rolled the wrong thing, so it was lower than that.
Okay.
Holy shit. Thank you.
Domino's electronics are still on. Your cyberware is still working. Remy.
Oh.
Remy's fine. Remy is an EMP Faraday cage. So yeah, Domino, your cybernetics are still working. You can see that T-bars are starting to malfunction a little bit. You see the light tattoos on Mojo start fading. What are you going to do?
So, even though they're still working, I assume that my eyes flicker a bit.
Probably, yeah, a little bit of static, but they're still running. Oh shit, my Twitch crashed. Hold on one second. Are we still up?
Looks like it.
It looks like it, yes.
Yeah, it's still moving around.
we're still good.
Okay. Oh, God, gave me a heart attack. Okay, sorry about that, folks. My Twitch crashed out on me. Thanks, Firefox. All right, so go ahead, Domino, sorry.
All right. I said it once. We're not fucking Metacorp. And you just did that. At this point, if you want to live, you're not getting a ride anymore. We're taking that crate. We're leaving. Fuck you. That's bullshit. We were trying to be nice, and you almost blew us the fuck up. Fuck you. You can leave. We'll give you the opportunity to leave with your lives, like your friend did who ran off. Or we can put some bullets in you. Your choice. I think we'll win.
Go ahead and roll me a... There is no intimidation, so I just use persuasion. Go ahead and use persuasion check, please. I'm going to have them roll as well. Ooh! I got a crit success that beats that out. And he looks over at you and he's like, it's not our fucking fault, you Metacore shits. You've already captured us once. We ain't gonna let you capture us again. Just, fuck that. And he starts running over at you.
Okay. So I haven't moved my attempt to bribe, so draw and shoot.
You can. Go ahead and roll to hit. He is closing in on your space. What weapon are you using?
Very heavy pistol.
All right, DV is going to be a 13.
All right.
24. He starts running over at you. Just kind of quick draw and blast. Go ahead and roll your damage. How is that a crit fail and still 13 damage? Fuck. You blast around into this guy's abdomen. And he's and you can see he's bleeding now pretty heavily.
Stand the fuck down. We're giving you the opportunity to leave. Give us the crate and get the fuck out of here. Or more bullets.
That is the end of our round. Bottom of our round, sorry. So yeah, this guy continues running at you. You did not one-shot him, but you have severely injured him. He looks like absolute shite. And he tries to immediately run over and tackle you. So go ahead and roll me a grapple.
Or I'll evade.
You want to try and evade?
Grapple.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and
my
roll me
reflex-
an evasion, and I will roll a grapple. Or sorry, not grapple, brawling. Sorry, thank you. Grapples D&D, blah. It's been beaten to my head for years. I'm sorry. Oh God. Okay.
Well, I mean, the brawling move that he's doing is a grapple, so
Yes.
it's still a grapple.
Yeah.
Which I think typically you resist with brawling.
That's what I thought as well.
You can, but I was going, since I have a reflex, I was just going to try to step away.
Right, but
Or
just
did I
by
do
how the
that?
rules are, if that's how Cap wants to do it, he can do it whatever way he wants.
I could do, if I need to roll blind, I'll do that too. I don't know which one.
I'm double checking right now. Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is supposed to be brawling. He's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll brawling for me. I don't think you're going to lose. Yeah, you still won. So this guy tries running up to you and jumping on you, but his bleeding abdomen is clearly inhibiting his movement, and he fails miserably, jumps at you, and lands in the dust next to you. There's one guy that's standing next to you as well, because there was 3 other folks. One of them immediately takes out what looks to be a crowbar and starts swinging at you. For this, you can roll an evasion. Ooh.
That doesn't sound good.
No, that's not good for you. So he pulls out a crowbar, and as you are distracted by somebody trying to tackle your ass down to the ground, he swings at you and lands a shot. So give me one second. Gotta find where that was at, because that would be a medium.
He drew a weapon, right?
What's up?
He drew a weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Remy holding to shoot whoever drew a weapon? The other guy charged me, which made sense that he didn't shoot him.
Yes, and we're gonna have that in just a moment.
Okay.
All right, so that is pretty light on damage, but that is still some damage. So 2d6. Oh shit. 6, 7, 8, 9. So he whacks you once for 9 melee damage. And when it comes to
armor?
What's up?
Half armor.
Yeah. So that is half armor. Yeah, melee weapons in combat, it is attackers' dex and relevant melee attack skill versus their dex and evasion skill. You failed the evasion, and so when they successfully attack, let's see, it should be right on here for half. Yeah, ignores half of the defender's armor. Awesome. I just wanted to double check because I don't want to screw that
Does
up.
it still ablate the armor, though? Does it still ablate the armor?
No. Wait,
Okay.
yes, it should ablate it. When dealing damage, all melee weapons ignore half the defender's armor rounded up. I believe, yeah, that whenever you receive a hit, it ablates armor.
So it was 9, so half. So 4 damage gets through.
All right. And his second attack lands. You can roll another evasion. Sorry, he makes his second attack. You can roll another evasion. Second one, you're able to dodge out of the way of, so he swings again. And Remy, you see this happening as one guy jumps on him. He did not draw any weapons, but this other guy does. He draws out a crowbar and starts swinging at Domino. You are up there. You've readied an action to open fire in case anybody draws a weapon. This is a crowbar. I don't know if that would count to you as a weapon or not, but would you or no?
I mean, I suppose so.
Okay.
It is what I said. I'm now very worried about friendly fire.
Yes. So, what is the weapon on top of that? On top of that APC?
It's a light machine gun.
It's a light machine gun. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what you
So
told me.
light machine gun. So that is going to be a DV-17. And for a light machine gun, it actually uses shoulder arms instead of heavy weapons. So go ahead and roll a shoulder arms check, DV-17. You knock it out of the park. You open fire with this machine gun. You fire off a round at him. Go ahead and roll me 5d6. Quite a bit better damage than a crowbar. 20 points. So you fire off a round, and it just rips through this guy. And Domino, as that second attack's about to land, it just rips through him, and he just drops.
Tried to tell him.
There is a third guy who sees one guy jump and fall to the ground, the other one attempt to hit and literally get almost torn in half, and he fucking bolts. The fourth guy also immediately bolts, and we now have 3 people running away in completely separate directions, 1 prone on the ground and 1 nearly torn in half dead. So we are at the top of our round. Mojo, what are you going to do? You're muted still.
So, okay. I'm ignoring the people running away. We have one on the ground, uninjured. No, he's the one that took the
bullet.
Yeah,
bullet.
bullet to the abdomen, is heavily injured.
And then
Seriously.
the one that Remy shot is
way dead.
way dead.
And then you have 3 people fleeing.
I'm going to crack open the crate and see what's in it.
Alright, so you're just going to ignore what's going on, walk over to the crate and crack it open?
Yep.
Alright, so you walk over to this crate and...
I'll pick up the crowbar that the dead guy had and pop open the crate. I'm showing them that I'm not worried about their peddly little asses, and if they want to run, they can run. If they decide they want to fight, then they're going to die.
Alright, so go ahead and...
That's the whole attitude and aura that he's trying to carry.
Go ahead and roll me a... What would this be under? We have a wonderful little list of skills here. Go ahead and roll me just a perception check on the crate itself. So you can tell that this crate has a little padlock on it. Up on the front. It looks to be somewhat newish, but not brand new. A little bit worn with time. So you can try and go after that lock, or you can try and just crack the crate open, or you can do whatever. What do you want to do?
Use the crowbar and try and crack the lock.
All right. Since this is a stationary target, there is no roll to hit, so go ahead and roll me 2d6 damage. Moment. Doop, doop. All right, there we go.
What's the structural points on a padlock?
That's actually what I am pulling up because I have written this down before.
And you have a critical on it.
No, it's only 1 6. It's not 2.
No, it's 2.
It is
2.
It is 2 6s.
Mythbusters says that's bullshit anyway. You cannot shoot padlocks. But this is Cyberpunk, so fuck. I'm sure.
It's a crowbar. It's a crowbar, not a bullet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said shoot.
All right. So yeah, you jam the crowbar into the middle. You crank it off to the side. That's 12 damage. That is a crit, which adds another 5, so that's at 17. You just jam it in there, and this thing just snaps off the front and flips on over into the dirt. And you now have a chance to open it. Do you want to open it?
Yep.
All right. So you open up the crate. And this kind of looks like one of those older steamer trunks. It's got little wheels on the bottom to make it a little bit easier to pull. A piece of rope up on the front. And on the inside of the crate, and this is where my wonderful perchance generators come on in. Inside of there, you find a couple of different things. The first thing that you find is 100 eddies.
Oh.
You find a road flare. You find 7 packs of kibble. This is the decommissioned, no longer in production. What is it? Buffalo wings and stuff. So they seem to be a couple of months old. And you also find inside of there, hold on one second, a set of rope, 25 meters worth of rope. So it seems as if these guys had simply been trying to survive and make their way out there. They've got flare, food, rope.
Okay.
All right. Our next up is T-Bar. T-Bar, your stuff is malfunctioning. You took off a shot at that guy. It did not land on his legs. You see one person running over at Domino, failing to tackle him, and another guy attempting to beat the shit out of him with a crowbar to immediately get cut down by Remy with a machine gun. What are you doing?
Is the guy that actually fired the EMP anywhere that I could reach this round?
Yes. Yeah, he's prone on the
Okay.
ground next to Domino,
Oh, nice.
bleeding.
I am going to run over to him and retrieve from my pocket my crusty magazine. And I am going to whack him on the head with that magazine.
Finally, awesome. All right, go ahead and roll to hit with a light melee weapon. Your DV is going to be. Hold on one
Evasion,
second.
I think.
He does not have high enough reflexes after getting shot in the gut to evade.
I think you do that with all melee weapons. You use evasion.
Regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
regardless of reflexes.
Oh, I did not realize
Reflex is
that.
only for bullets.
Does Cyberpunk Red have rules for prone?
I don't think they do.
Nothing crazy. It just takes your movement action to stand up. That's about it.
You can roll out of the way.
Yep, you're right. Evasion skill. All right, Dex is defender's Dex plus evasion plus 1d10. Because you're right, there is no range table for melee weapons. I'm silly sometimes. Absolute garbage. You successfully whack him with your crusty rolled up magazine. And what did we agree to on the damage
I think
there?
you said 6.
Yes, it was supposed to be a light melee weapon because it is small, but it has become so crusted and hard that I believe we did say it would qualify as a medium. So go ahead and roll 2d6 damage. If we get another crit here, I swear to God. Finally getting an attack with that fucking crusty ass
Almost.
magazine.
Wow.
Spunk stick, engage! Adult toys, buffalo things. Thank you. Okay. 11 damage. What the fuck? Oh Lord. So you come over and you where did you say you wanted to bop him? You wanted to get him on the head?
Yeah.
You come up and you
I mean, I
whack him
guess
on
it's
the
not
head.
enough to do a called shot, but they're just.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've made enough damage to go past his HP. You come up and whack him on the head, and normally a magazine is not a lethal hit, but this magazine has become so over the few months of use, and you whack it down so hard you hear as the back of his skull caves in
That
underneath
just
the
sounded
magazine.
wrong. I whack it down so hard and it breaks.
Oh yeah.
You hit him head.
Now that is skull fucking.
Is he still alive?
He is way goddamn dead. He is super dead.
Is the other guy? There's the other guy that was near him was dead too. That's the one Remy shot.
Yeah, Remy tore around straight through him.
All right. So I will, I guess, just hit him again for the hell of it. Like, God damn it, broke my shit.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage, please.
Not so good the second time. It knocked all the crust off. Now the damage is less.
Alright, so you smack him once, crack through the back of his skull. You smack him again. A little bit of blood is coming out of him now. Who's standing there watching him do this? Or who's there watching him do this? Domino?
Probably still see that.
Right in front of me, or
Remy?
next to me.
Are Mojo? Are you watching this? I can't hear you. You're muted again. The gods are so displeased now.
I'm still dealing with the crate. I figured that takes more than 3 seconds.
Okay, so you are not paying attention. All right, so T-Bar, Remy, and Domino, please roll me 1d6 for witnessing a particularly horrific death. This is humanity loss, as he bashes a guy's head in beyond death with a crusty spunk zine. All right.
1d6?
Yeah, 1d6. So T-Bar, you lose 3 humanity. Domino, you lose 4 humanity. Remedy, you lose 2 humanity. What's up?
I said it was worth it.
Worth it. Sure, yeah, worth it. That fucking disgusting. But yeah, so you guys are now out of initiative order. The 4 of you are there at the camp. The motorcycle and the APC have both been disabled for a moment, and even with T-Bar's disabled cybernetics, he still seems to beat this person to a pulp.
Pillage tent. How many tents? And I'm gonna start pillage. Hey, we always need more tents back at our home camp, so let's take these.
And that microwaver too. I want that.
They did all this for a fucking road flare.
Yeah.
You actually heard their motivations for this, and yeah, sure. If you want to say it's over a road flare, you can totally say that. So you want to pillage the tents.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll me a 1d4. And who's going after the second tent? Mojo, T-Bar.
After picking up the microwave, her
Okay.
Mojo
I'm
grabs
not
the
gonna-
other tent. Sure.
T-Bar, yes, no?
Yeah, I guess I'll steal one of their tents. I don't
Okay.
know. I mean, are they even like in good condition, worth taking?
No,
Or
they look like shit. They're very worn down, but they're tents.
then I'm not gonna even take.
Okay.
I mean, if they want to grab them, I'm not gonna waste my time to grab them if they look like shit.
All right. Domino, go ahead and roll me another 1d4.
Okay.
And then roll me a conceal reveal check, please. All right, and now roll me a perception check. Right. So as you're tearing down these tents and trying to get them all set up, it's not like your APC's going anywhere for the very moment. You're tearing down these tents and you're going through all this stuff and trying to get everything together. What you find as you are tearing all of this down is you find a small reusable camp stove with a small container of canned propane. You find what looks to be a very, very old, definitely pre-Fourth Corporate War, non-functional saxophone. You find a broken metal detector. It looks like it was opened up and it was used for parts, possibly to build up that microwaver.
What was that one?
A broken metal detector. Hand wand. And then you find additionally 40 eddies in cash.
40 eddies. Cool. All right. And 2 crappy tents.
2 very worn tents. Yes.
Okay. Again, they're still tents. They may be very worn, but we can get them back to the camp, and we can have younger nomads patch them together and put them back together so that we can use them. So definitely going to take them because, again, tents are something that we have been short on.
Yes. All right. Now we have Mojo going after that microwaver. Mojo, go ahead and roll me a 1d10.
D10.
Yes, 1d10. All right. So this microwaver that you've picked up, it seems as if when it was used, it was fried, completely fried out. It does not seem functional anymore.
Toss it with the parts from the metal detector. Just that way it's if any of our techs, Remy or Calamity, needs extra spare parts, we've got some.
Okay.
Yeah, I take all of that. Once I get it all taken down, I take it into Remy, and I'm like, hey, Remy.
Spare parts.
Parts and defunct metal microwaver thingy that he hit with us. Maybe you could fix it?
Remy is just sitting in the back of the ABC, just staring blankly into the void. After what he just witnessed. I can probably fix that up later.
Yeah. No, I think we need to have a nice, quiet ride that's nowhere near the APC and what's in it, or the AV and what's in it.
I think I need therapy.
Yeah. Let's just get to Dallas.
Yeah.
We don't need to tell the others about this.
Tell the others about what?
Good man.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, we still have the three people that have run away. It's now been a little bit of time. All 3 of them have gone in 3 different directions. Are you guys pursuing them or no?
No. I didn't see any vehicles, so I don't see any reason why they could possibly catch up to us. They know that we might be heading to Dallas because of what Mojo said, but trying to find us, that's a long ways away, so just getting back on the road.
I am absolutely not worried about them in the least.
All right. Sorry, Chuggy. Sorry. Oh my God, T-Bar. Are you pursuing them or no?
No.
All right. So T-Bar, your cybernetics start slowly powering back up as all of this is resolved. But the 2 vehicles are not starting back up. Both of them seem to still be kind of malfunctioning from this EMP blast. What I would like Mojo and Domino to do is please roll me a vehicle tech check to get these kind of force started back up.
I don't suppose I could ask Remy to look at it instead.
You could.
I mean, I'll give it a once over, but
Domino, you're able to get back in there, flip a couple of switches, and smash the console with some percussive
Mojo,
maintenance. And
what's your moto skill? Because you should be able to add that to land vehicles. Then.
yeah.
it's already added in.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, that's added in already. All right.
Awesome. Remy, would you want to go look at Mojo's motorcycle, as he does not seem to be able to get it started up?
Yeah, I'll shuffle on over there.
All right. As you are walking on over, you see the dead body chilling out next to this former campsite, just kind of chilling there. The one that you blasted through, and the other one with the caved spunk skull.
Just ugh. I avert my gaze.
T-Bar, there's better ways to do a facial.
All right, go ahead and roll your vehicle tech check. There we go. Yeah, so you don't seem to be able to get it working, Mojo, but you see Remy walk on over, and he just kind of looks over at you, looks down at the console, looks back up at you, literally twists one knob, and it starts back up.
Yeah, Mojo is completely tech illiterate. I mean, he never studied tech. Gets a little bit from hanging out with the vehicles, but he's not. He doesn't have any tech.
All right, so the four of you now have your vehicles. Sorry, the three of you now have your vehicles functioning. Remy, you have your choice. Where do you want to accompany? And then the lot of you can continue heading on over to Dallas.
Shotgun with Domino.
All right. So you climb back into the APC. We've got all three of the vehicles up and functioning. Do you guys head on out?
Yep.
Yeah.
I say as I'm starting to head out, I say over comms, Mojo, stay closer.
Yeah.
All right. So the lot of you head on out and start driving out and into back on towards the open kind of semi-desert area towards Dallas. Now we're over looking at Dallas. It is the same day. And this is where we're going to be picking up after our bio break, because I cannot forget our bio break like last week. I'm still very sorry to my players about that. So we will be picking back up with our wonderful Jack and our wonderful Calamity in Dallas when we get back, now that we have our Calamity back in. So we'll see all of you folks in a few minutes. We're going to jump on our bio break. And I'm going to keep our microphones live. So if you want to chat with the audience, go for it. I'm going to shut mine off because it probably still has that annoying droning sound.
I will be back in a few.
It's just the rest of the family RPing.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, how's Vegas, Raven?
Timed a little bit better getting in.
Okay.
It was kind of on the fly, spur of the moment kind of thing.
Sometimes that's the best way to do it.
Still have to get tickets for the show tonight. Fully rested.
I am now, yeah, thankfully. Saturday's hectic for me. My 4-year-old enjoys a lot of different activities on a Saturday that I have to take her from one thing to the other.
Oh.
But just karate and swimming, and then I've got to get her around to her grandparents' house.
Mm.
Yeah, she loves it.
You're gonna miss it when they're bigger, or when she's bigger.
Yeah, no, I've no doubt I will. So I might put the feelers out soon, because it's not something that requires like a massive amount of tech on my end. I may run Acton Cthulhu on my channel
Uh-huh.
midweek sometime. So I don't know. No idea for players. I mean, everyone here's as a standing offer. But yeah, I might post something on the Discord, the various Discords I'm on, and see if there's any takers.
Very cool.
I'm a busy girl
Yeah.
during the week.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
I'd love to, but the hours that I work, I won't be able to. I can't pick up any games unless they're on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday my time, or Pacific time.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Summon the elder gods. No kidding. Empire. What kind of capture card are you using?
I'm not. It's just my regular graphics card.
Oh, okay.
Everything I've got is just. I mean, it's a gaming laptop with RTX 270.
Mm.
So, I mean, I have to cut when I'm actually if I'm gaming and streaming, I have to cut the um, graphics back a little bit, so because
Oh.
OBS takes so much of the stuff. But I haven't started using this Switch or anything else for gaming, so I don't need a capture card yet.
I was looking at picking up an Elgato and then also a Stream Deck for the desktop that I'm going to build.
Mm. I don't really like playing on my Switch. I kind of wish I hadn't bought it. Feels like a big waste of money. All the games that I have that I want to play, I play on the PC, and I like using keyboard. I don't use controllers for anything anyway, so I kind of feel like I wasted a lot of money on my Switch. I should sell it, but I'm not going to because it's still convenient to have around when I'm traveling.
No, the Stream Deck that I'm talking about is I think I showed a picture of it before.
Oh, the Stream Deck. I thought you said Steam Deck.
No, Stream Deck.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've seen those. They seem to be rather pricey. I did set up. It's
Original
not
one you can run off your phone, but
yeah, it's not fully set up yet, but there's a free, semi-free touch portal, which you can set up your phone like a Stream Deck or a tablet like a Stream Deck. That's really nice. It's a lot cheaper than the Stream Deck software. But I haven't gotten completely comfortable enough with it yet to use it. Plus, I haven't been streaming. I don't have. I haven't gotten any bites either on the game that Mark offered to run or on the Mage game or anything else. So I'm just not worried about it right now. I'm not going to push it. I'll stream again when the gods are ready. I still might stream, like I said, I was going to my playthrough of the Life is Strange series. I'm going to play through that in chronological order now that the remasters are out. I might do that. Said I would. I just haven't found the time to set it up and get ready.
Still kind of looking at the rules for Expanse, and then I'm still also kind of piecing together my storyline and main characters and sub characters and whatnot for High Riders. I'm gonna give the players a choice as to like what their factions or kind of what their team is gonna be geared towards. Athletic rock hoppers. like freaking corporate freaking Black Ops team. Stuff like
Yeah, Cap. I'm just waiting on you.
hurry up and wait.
He just posted in Twitch that he's getting his coffee.
Java is very important.
I'm just sitting here chowing down on popcorn.
Waiting on Neon to make a crack about or make a pun about Java or something.
No, we don't make fun of said Pearl.
Oh. Java or Perl.
No, but if you come over, I've got more packs. You can throw your own in the microwave.
No, Bloaty's made popcorn.
It's definitely Bloaty's popcorn.
To you by Biotechnica.
Yeah, Cap, it's Bloaty's popcorn. It's worth the plane ticket and the double quarantine.
Gotta have that genetically engineered corn.
Gotta get me some of that bloaties. Oh wait, yeah, we already did the therapy, so we don't have T-Bar addicted to it anymore.
We don't know that.
You guys don't know that. Alright, we are back, folks. Sorry about the wait. I literally forgot to turn on my coffee maker. Kitty! When we went on our bio break. Oh god, I want an animal. So bad. So bad. In my Cyberpunk game, I have kibble corn. It's kibble that you pop in the microwave. That sounds horrendous. There's no way in hell I would eat that. But yum, delicious. Bloaty's kibble corn.
Are there caramel? Does it come in caramel flavor?
Ugh. Pop that in the microwave. Comes out as a solid mass.
As long as it's not candy corn flavored.
That's the only flavor.
Ew.
It's only candy corn.
You must be punished for that, Neon.
What is it? Candy corn and circus peanuts.
And Peeps.
And Peeps. Ugh. The only thing that Peeps are good for is peep jousting. And if any of you don't know what peep jousting is, it is the best Easter tradition on the face of the earth. You get a paper plate, you put two peeps on it facing each other, and you put a toothpick in the front of either of them. You microwave it for 2 minutes, and as they expand, the peeps will joust to the death. Whichever one pops first is the loser, and the loser has to eat both of the peeps.
Oh my god.
We used to do that at my old youth group. Every single Easter. It was probably my favorite tradition we did outside of our Taquito Tuesdays, which was amazing. We had a bunch of folks that came up from South America that were in our congregation. They had their service on Tuesdays, and so we called it Taquito Tuesdays. They would do the full sermon in Spanish, and then they would have all the mamas and all the papas come in with all this food, and they would literally just mass cook for like 50 people. It was great.
Were all the leaves brown? You said the mamas and the papas.
He was about to start singing California Dreamin', and I was going to reach through the monitor and punch him in the face. I was not gonna do that.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm going to shut my face now with with all of this. We have our Jack and we have Calamity to introduce for our season 3. The two of them have already been in Dallas. They both got work from a local fixer named Corbin Dallas, who was giving them some jobs. We had Jack burning through his money trying to find out as much as he could by hiring in a netrunner, and we had Calamity desperately searching for a motorcycle until something popped into Jack's head, and that's where we're going to be picking up. So for the two of you, take it away.
So, Jack takes Calamity to an old lockup. Off of like a main the sort of central commercial area in Dallas is Dallas proper, and it has like a thumb print reader on it for the lock. He kind of approaches it. Right, there's a reason I came with you. Let's hope it still works. Puts his thumb on the reader, and there's a positive beep, and the shutter opens, and it's like an old, just like a garage lockup. There's just clustered like tools and stuff, and you recognise like the jacket that Bear used to wear, like an older, more battered version of that jacket sitting over one of the ladders in there. Like draped over a toolbox. More importantly, there are two objects in the middle of the lockup that have that are covered by huge cover sheets. Which kind of walks. All right, follow me. Right. Just hope they still work. And he yanks the sheets on both to reveal two military grade motorcycles. One it kind of like a chrome silver bodywork, and then where the cross guard of the handlebars meets like the main body of the bike. Where the lamp should be, there's like an almost like an Oni looking face, like a devil face on the front of one, and very similarly on the other one, which is a more sort of subtle, like matte black almost color, is one of a bear's face instead. Oh, I cannot believe they are still here. These have been here since 2022, I think. That one's mine. And he points to the one with the only face on it. That one belonged to Bear back in the day. You were talking to me about some wheels. I can't think of a better use for it.
I'm speechless, Jack. You really didn't have to do this.
Don't fuss too much. It's not your style.
Go over and start checking out the bear's bike.
I'm sure he'd be fine with you making any cosmetic adjustments. That's fine.
Amazing. It's in really good condition.
He was a dab hand with, well, yeah. I mean, that's how we rolled. I'd play the gigs and get the money, and he'd use the money to buy the parts to keep these two things running.
Two must have been very tight.
Back in the day, yeah. Yeah, we were. It's, I think it's only fitting this thing gets some use, considering what we're planning to do. Sort of like we're taking a piece of Bear with us to get a bit of revenge.
Wish I could have gotten to spend more time talking with the man. I really appreciate this, Jack. This means a lot to me. Walk over and give Jack a hug.
Okay, that's very uncharacteristic. All right. Enough gushy stuff. We now have wheels. We should go find the others.
Think they'll turn over though? They've been sitting a while.
That's a good point. We should probably find out. And I look around. Like Bear would always kept like a tank of Chew 2. So I go hunting for that.
All right, so what I'm actually going to need both of you to do right now is, please, for your very first time, I need both of you to roll your vehicle tech check based on your new Nomad roll ability. So you add your Nomad roll ability to all vehicle tech checks. And for those of you watching, that wonderful little motorcycle picture that we have there, that was sent to me by Raven. Looks absolutely badass, and that is a little visual for all y'all. All right, so vehicle tech checks, we got a 12 and a 9. So Jack and Calamity, both of you go over, try turning over the bikes. Neither of them seem to be turning on, as they've been sitting there for 20 plus years. But you do know, Jack, that in the past that yes, both of them have been emptied of their fuel because you cannot store fuel in a gas tank for a long period of time. And both of them would need a recharged battery as well. So both of you go ahead and roll me a conceal reveal check. And there's just a fun little piece of information for the chat for all of y'all. Do not store a motorcycle long-term with gas in the tank. Do not store a motorcycle long-term with the battery still plugged in, because you will corrode your tank and you will corrode your battery and your motorcycle will not start back up. As somebody who is a daily motorcycle commuter now, I can tell you, don't do that shit, please, for the love of God. All right, so we have our conceal reveal. 13. Oh my God. All right. So, as you guys are looking around inside this shop trying to find everything that you need, Calamity, what you run across is you find a tech tool that is in the area, and you are able to grab that. You are also able to find the fuel enough for your motorcycle. You also find what looks to be a stack of old printed eddies that is kind of jammed into the center of what used to be a book that is now hollowed out. It says Technician's Manual, and you open it up, and it looks as if Bear didn't give a shit about tech manuals, hollowed out the book, and used it for cache storage. And inside of it, you find 380 eddies. Jack, Jack, you are able to find
Not very much.
not very much. You find what looks to be an old sleeping bag, an inflatable sleeping bag that you had for your previous trips, as well as the batteries, the vehicle batteries. And with that, the two of you have batteries for the motorcycles that are set to go, and you have the fuel for the motorcycles to be set to go. Calamity found a little bit of cash and a tech tool, and you found a sleeping bag that you can throw onto your motorcycle.
All right.
And with that, I need both of you one more time. Please give me a vehicle tech check. Get the gas filled in, get those batteries hooked up, no crit fails for the love of God. And a crit fail! Calamity, you're able to get your, wait, land vehicle tech? No, why is it at a 0? Your land vehicle tech should have both your tech skill and your nomad skill.
Well, on here it says tech
It says
+5, which is there, and then moto +1.
yeah.
Yeah, that is included.
It's just the skill stat itself is 0, but it is built into the roll.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also talking about her maker roll ability. Should also be included on there. For all tech checks.
Oh, the maker too, yeah.
That would be a 14 then.
All right, so 14. Calamity, you are able to get your vehicle up and started. You get the battery placed in, you get the gas tank filled up, and Jack just kind of stands there staring at the motorcycle, trying to remember any point in time in which he has ever done any form of vehicle maintenance.
Bear did it all. He just sits there looking at it, he's like, oh no. I tended to just look really good riding it. I didn't really.
Shall I roll for his?
You can, yeah. All right. And yeah, don't forget to add in the modifiers for that.
I did.
Okay.
I did. So that's 16.
Okay. Yeah, Calamity's able to come over, and they're able to get the back seat taken off, the battery put in, and they're able to fill up the tank and start both of them up. And you both now have your functioning motorcycles. Now, I'm going to give a reminder. I gave her a reminder last week after session, not during session, but I'm going to give everybody a reminder right now, including our viewers, is that both of them have statted in military motorcycles as their Nomad vehicles. We need to keep in mind that any form of military vehicles in a populated area will attract attention, either from police, from gangers, from corps, or from local scabbers. So this is something to keep in mind when you are in a populated area. But the two of you have your motorcycles now.
All right. I'll get on the agent and message. I'll say probably Remy. Ask him where they are.
We're on our way. Got a little sidetracked.
A little.
There was a hit a cactus or something. Well, don't worry about the details, but we'll be there.
Hit a cactus. Would an APC even have a trouble hitting a cactus?
I don't imagine so.
At all. Wouldn't even notice it. I give the coordinates for I quickly find the coordinates for like Dallas city limits and like the main highway in, and we'll meet them there.
All right. So the location that you ping them out, as you said, it's on the Dallas city limits, on the main highway in. So that's going to be right over here, just under the D on Dallas. There is a very large interchange where several different highways meet together, and they start heading in towards the main city. All right. And after about an hour more-ish... Actually, hold on. After about 3 hours, we have 3 different vehicles coming on in towards the Dallas city limits. We have this AV4 flying in. We have this APC rolling over the desert crumbly cacti out there and having zero issues plowing those over and burying them underneath its treads. And we have this military motorcycle coming in towards the city. And we have our 2 brand new Nomads. Congratulations on your Nomad roll abilities, folks. We have Calamity. We have Jack heading on out of the city proper on their new motorcycles. For both of you, what I would like you to do right now is please roll me a luck check. So roll 1d10 and let me know what your luck is.
Oh, good. My luck's like 2.
Calamity, what's your luck?
It's a whopping 3.
All right. So the 2 of you start driving out of city limits, and you go over to the location that was marked that you had pinged out. And we have the other 4 meeting up there outside of the city limits. And so we have our group finally back together. Stop splitting the party. Take it away, folks, but don't take it away in separate directions.
No promises.
God.
We all get out of our relevant vehicles, I guess. Just kind of circle the wagons a little bit and speak for the first time in what, months at this point?
It has been 2 months, yeah.
Welcome back to the fold.
Hi, everyone. You're looking surprisingly pleased with yourself, T-Bar.
Don't ask. Let it go. There's nothing to talk about. Nothing happened. It's not worth discussing. I see that you 2 are. Can we dare say that you 2 are now officially part of the clan?
Boy, I've been a part of this clan since before you were swimming around in your dad's nutsack, all right? Don't give me that.
Reinitiation. I mean, because again, when we first found you and brought you in, you wanted nothing more than to leave again. I remember the conversation you had with Barry. You were like, "All right, thank you for fixing me up. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here." And he said, "We need you for one thing," and then the shit hit the fan. So, what I meant by this is that are you wanting to stay?
Yeah. I'm in.
Calamity?
All right.
I would bleed for this family, so should be
Stand by.
the answer.
And Domino runs back into the AV. You see you hear shuffling, or the APC, and you hear shuffling and scrambling and tossing around, and then he comes back out and he's like, okay. I don't know if either of these will fit either of you, but they're leftovers, and we can tailor them, we can get them adjusted, I don't care, but normally there's some, and hands both of you Snake Nation jacket.
Jack will stop and take off his. This will be the first time you've ever seen him shirtless, like in front of you, but sure. Will take off his shirt to reveal a entire back piece that's a light tattoo of like the Snake Nation symbol, but with like the devil. He's like devilish face on it, like logo on it as well. I think I'm covered, but I appreciate it.
Jack, go ahead and roll me a cool check. How fucking cool is this light tattoo?
Is that just 8 minutes? Cool.
Just cool. It's kind of cool. It's pretty old. The light emanating from it ain't too luminant anymore.
He got it when he was in his 30s, and now he's in his like late 60s. It's all wrinkled up and shit.
Yeah.
Jack's body, in my mental image of Jack with his shirt off, is like Iggy Pop, like a weird rubbery, muscly sort of. Yeah.
We can fix this.
That looks great and all, but again, meta symbol, meta. The word for when something is symbolic. Here. And Calamity, wanted to give you this since we first found you too.
I'm honored, Dino.
Didn't they have one before?
No.
No. I take mine and I rip the sleeves off of it.
Oh, more importantly, did you get the info I sent?
That's why we're here.
Way I see it, they're trying to get rid of all the other clans. There's one clan they've left out.
Which one?
Them scary fuckers up in space.
Are they really considered a clan?
What else would you call them?
I thought that was a fairy tale.
And now I've seen the High Riders before. I was young, but I was around back when they started dropping rocks and shit on us.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you guys are pulling my chain.
I am not going orbital.
I'm not saying that.
Okay, thank God.
I'm not saying we go drag ourselves all the way up into space. All I'm saying is we need to speak to someone up there. Emissary, maybe.
Hey!
Yes.
I don't think they can hear me.
Cute.
Hold on a second. And take out that agent that Silver gave me. And give Silver a call.
Roll 1d10, please. Silver does not pick up. The line rings and stays ringing.
She's probably gone dog by now.
Probably.
Well,
Here's what I propose. We can get some sort of line of communication to one of them. There's no way you can't convince me that Medicor haven't taken them into account. I would, if I were in their position, be worried about the people that can throw rocks on my head at any given moment if I'm looking to do what looks like Medicor are trying to do, which is seize the
Scenes the
Seize
means
the
of
mainland.
production.
Why the fuck haven't they dropped rocks already?
Wow. Good question.
Not like the answers.
I mean,
because they don't want an all-out war.
Well, yeah.
Metacor's fucking made one.
Mutually assured destruction's probably the answer. I hope it is the answer to that question. Yeah, look.
Metacor's only declared war on nomads. If the High Riders start dropping rocks, that's declaring war on governments, not just Metacor. And I'd like to have them on our side as well and see what's going on. But
I don't know if I would ever consider them a government, really. They always seem more like space nomads to me.
well, yeah, but if they start dropping rocks down here on cities and Metacor, they're going to get the local governments involved, as well as so whatever corps have their claws dug in besides Metacor and Petrochem or biopharmaceutical, medic, whatever. Jack, we were there in the Fourth War. I mean, it's nasty. You don't want to start that kind of a fight again.
But hasn't Metacor kind of already fucking done that?
We just need to expose them for what they are. And we can use Vegas against them.
We need to salt the earth with their fucking blood.
Well, that's the idea. We get enough evidence that Medicor are up to no good. We need to convince someone with some firepower. The High Riders are one idea, it could be anybody. But the way I see it, they got that HQ offshore.
if we're going to convince anybody of anything, we're going to have to get some actual evidence.
Yeah.
And there's a medical, probably a medical building somewhere in the city. I mean, I don't know if we need to go all the way to their headquarters, or I know there was one back in Tucson. Apparently my ID still works, so I imagine Calamity's probably does as well. So we
Also have
may
word
have an
that-
end getting in the building. Wherever we go, our IDs may still work.
We also got word that the nomads that they had prisoner in and around Phoenix got shipped down to Texas. We don't know where in Texas, but that was one of the other reasons to come here, because other parts of our family are still with them. Like, I don't know how much any of you care, but I know the Snyders are still with them, the ones that are still alive, and I want my family back. And I will do what I have to get them back. And that will help our clan. And maybe if we're able to find and liberate them, that will be they will have stories and evidence that we can go to whoever the fuck all we need to bury Metacorp in the fucking ground.
Do we really still have I mean, I don't want to be the one to say it, but do we really have a reason to believe that any of those people are still alive?
Until I see their fucking bodies, I believe they're still alive.
Let's shrug.
We can probably infiltrate. Since our IDs still work, we can probably infiltrate and see if we can dig anything up.
And so, given that their floating city is out there in the Gulf, I'm going to guess that if they have a continental based headquarters, it's probably going to be in Houston. But I think getting info about that island. We got some info about it already. Jack, you ever turn up anything about your son? Is he doing okay?
Say what?
That's your son?
Your son, whatever he is.
You mean the copy?
I don't know what he is. Looks like you. He's younger. He's your son.
No. It's an exact copy of me, and it's
No, the
bloody
parts.
skeevy. Yeah.
All right. So with the info that we got about their offshore operations and your clone double, whatever, we might already have enough information to take to the orbitals.
What about do we want to see maybe about putting feelers out to get in touch with one of the sea clans? See if they've been hit, see if they're okay, and if they are okay, maybe they want to help retaliate. I mean, if they're offshore, we could probably use them.
Well, we need numbers or we need firepower, or both.
Or both. So I think maybe trying to get the orbitals might be a stretch, but definitely something we could try. But same for the sea nomads. I mean, at least they're on this ground and can help. Water.
Unless if he has any contacts with the local drift nation.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
So what, are we gonna keep moving towards Houston, or set up here for a little bit and see what our plans are?
Maybe let's set up just outside, just on the northeast side of Austin, kind of in between Dallas and Houston, so that we can put our feelers out, and that way it's not as big of a place as Dallas, so we don't have to sweat as much about feelers for what we're driving calling attention. I mean, it's going to call attention no matter what, but I'd be less concerned with the repercussions around Austin than I would be around here.
And as you say that, Jack will turn around, because you would have noticed that the clone, he got on the bike and then sat the clone in the bitch position and just tied the clone's hands around his waist, so that he didn't fall off. And then so he goes and gets the clone, and just fireman's carry picks him up and takes him over to the APC, and puts him in the back of the APC, because
Okay.
Yeah,
that would, I mean, sure.
all right, well, yeah, wherever we set up, it doesn't make sense to go too far from Houston. T-Bar's right.
Northeast of Austin makes sense. That way we're in reach of everywhere, but not endangering
Yeah,
ourselves.
I mean, it looks like a triangle. We should be able to get right in the middle of it and be pretty much have 3-4 big cities to mess around in.
Yeah.
We're talking about this area right in here.
So the bottom of that line of that hex.
Down here?
So
Or at the very
here.
bottom?
No, right here.
That guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It puts us a little closer to San Antonio, Austin, and Houston, a little bit farther from Dallas. But again, I think it's going to be more in our favor to be a little bit further from Dallas. I think.
No, I think T-Bar's right. It's a good spot.
And don't forget, we've got the entire clan with us, and we need to establish a new current base camp. Anyway, I mean our clan's not huge or anything. It's still just slightly bigger than a family, but we still got them to think about too.
Yep.
Keeping them there in that middle seems like a good idea.
A sobering thought has just hit me. Do we know anyone that outranks us that's still alive?
No.
In
I'm
any of the
I'm
clan?
sure the spiders outrank us at this point.
If Mama Snyder's still alive, then her.
And what in silver?
Silver doesn't fucking count. She can go back to the.
Silver's Aldo.
Yeah, she's Aldecaldo anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
And she's in the wind, so
if fuck, Jack sort of his eyes widen for a second when it dawns on him. The height, like, because they've just been running since the nukes, right? So
everyone looks at Jack.
if Mama Snyder's gone, one of us is the leader of Snake Nation, no?
Mojo.
The Grand Poobah.
Well, I guess technically you, since if you were way back in the day,
We're
you technically outrank Mojo.
I
we're an
was sort
autonomous
of,
collective. We decide by committee.
That's right.
Would you say that you're an anarcho-syndicalist commune?
I did not say that. But yes.
Oh, well, I suppose we'd be something of an elder council, I guess. Fuck knows I don't want that much responsibility solely on my shoulders. Alright. Yeah. We need to go set up. Right, we need to go set up before we can think or overthink anything. Is everyone holding up all right?
Yep. Don't ask any questions.
Nope. Yeah.
T-Bar, you are quiet and that worries me.
No, I'm good. I'm just thinking.
Also worries me. Alright, well,
Not his outfit or his slick back 1980s Wolf of Wall Street haircut, but the fact that he's thinking.
it's at this point it's just sort of Jack just accepts this sort of thing with T-Bar. It's like par for the course. Like, oh yeah.
I'm wondering like how much like of an evil executive I want to be. I was thinking in my head like after Jack brought it up, I was thinking T-Bar might try to like copyright the Snake Nation name for his for his executive thing. But
That's totally up to you. You could do that. Charge him royalties for having the Snake Nation tattoo on his back, looking like Iggy
No, I would
Pop.
never do that.
We are the new Metacore.
We've gone full circle and now become the villains.
Thaddeus Bar Esquire.
So my executive thing is supposed to give a small place that allows me to live. Is it possible I could trade that in for like a safe plot of land that like we would actually own that maybe doesn't have very much amenities, but like that we could put our stuff down on actually own that's like maybe fenced in or something like that?
So you want to try and purchase land.
Basically, like the executive perk gives you like a place to stay that's taken care of by the corp.
An apartment.
I was
Okay.
just wondering if instead of
Corporate
getting like an
apartment.
apartment or something like that, I'd be able to get like a small plot of land that doesn't really have
Yeah.
very much on it
Like a
that I
Nomad
could
clan
use
equivalent.
to put our Nomad clan
Yeah.
base on or whatever, and technically like own the land that it's on or whatever. It was just a
Roll-
thought. I mean,
It's a good thought, and I'm trying to think. Roll me. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. It is something that you're supposed to get as part of the.
Yes, it is, and I'm
Right,
trying
right,
to
it's
think.
like the rank 1 perk is like a corporate funded housing.
Yes. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 51, 52, 58, 59, 60. Oh my god, why is Texas so fucking big? 61, 62, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. Oh wow, that's great. Roll me 1d69, please.
Nice.
Nice. Two. All right. That kind of blows. So you're able to get a plot of land located right up here.
Oh, that's pretty far from where I wanted to go.
That is pretty far from where you want it to go. So you could get that entire plot of land, or you could, because that would be available for ownership, or you could squat on some land and you would have access to somewhere to sleep. So what would you want to do?
I mean, it's too far to be helpful here, so.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 1d69 again. A 5. Oh my god. There's also an available plot of land right here. Oh, yeah, right. What's your luck score?
6.
All right. Go ahead and roll me 4d69. And we will plot out 6 different locations that are available
4
for
additional ones or 2 additional ones?
4 additional. Because you just rolled 2. All right, so 69, 68, 67, 66, 65, 64, 63, 62.
Of course, I rolled a 1. I roll a 1 on everything now, apparently.
61. Oh, you may have lucked out. 61, 60, 59, 58, 57. Ooh, yes, you have access to a... Yep, that's where you want it. Plot of land right in here.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'll work. That would be perfect.
All right. So over the course of a little bit of time, with your executive ability, you are able to slowly kind of finagle your way into the local laws within Texas, and you're able to get yourself a plot of land ownership. And go ahead and roll me 1d100, please. Last roll I'm going to make you do, Chuggy. You have a 25 25 acres of land that you now own within
Very good.
this space.
It's all right.
All right, that sounds great.
And so this space right up here is now the legal ownership of, what is the name of your neocore?
T-Mart.
T what?
Like Kmart, but with a T.
T-Mart.
T-Mart, like Kmart.
All right. So this is now the legal property of T-Mart Incorporated. T-Mart Incorporated. T-Mart Inc. All right. So that is now your legal property. You own a 25 acre plot of land between Austin and Houston, out in the middle of the fucking desert. And it is legal ownership of T-Mart. And within that space, you're able to get, because it's part of your package, you're able to find what used to be an old corpo high rise that was there, probably pre-war, before all of the stuff went to shit, and the high riders decided to do exactly what I'm going to do to Captain Jack Holmes and start hurling rocks at them from orbit. Jack, have you seen our wonderful Discord chat? That's all for you, buddy.
I have.
For you. Okay.
Don't worry.
You're able to find this old building, kind of abandoned, but could still be brought back into repair if you decide to use that as your living quarters with this now rebuilding of Snake Nation. And so this is a literal old condemned building on a plot of 25 acre land that you own.
Nice.
Because yes, you made a very good argument, and I appreciate both the argument and the sentiment, and I also appreciate the use of the technical usage of the game core rulebook. So yeah, 25 acres. A little bit smaller. There we go. And then I will go in, and over the course of the next couple of days, I'll go in and actually edit that into the map. So that is now legally yours. Congratulations, you are now a landowner. So yeah, what are you guys going to do?
If you lived in England, that would technically make you a lord. Just so you know. All right.
Well, this is the land of freedom, and we don't have name titles like that. If you recall, in our official complaint to King George, we believe that it is unlawful for any individual to hold the title of nobility.
In the time of the Red, Texas is like its own country, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And they are the freedom state. They are the Texas Lone Star. They are the highest concentration of firearms in the entirety of, well, this hemisphere is that state. So yeah. Fun fact for all of you out there, as a historian and sociologist, there is 900 million registered firearms in North America, and almost a third of them are located in Texas.
Sounds about right.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
The first thing that I'm going to do is try to put feelers out with local fixers, try to just establish putting stuff together, but also put feelers out to find out if anybody has contacts with any drift nations off the coast, or if they don't have contact, find out why they went dark.
Try that again.
again, try to put feelers out there with other local fixers to just establish, hey, I'm new in the area, wanting to get out there and help with night market setup. And also, I'm looking to get in contact with any of the drift nations that may be around outside of the Houston coast area. And if there aren't any, maybe find out what happened to them.
All right. Go ahead and roll me your operator roll ability, please.
Okay, which that is so how do I just roll straight, because I don't have it on my sheet because I'm Nomad. So do I just roll a d10 and add, because I can do the haggle, which does cool trading and operator rank plus 1d10, but this isn't exactly haggling, or I guess it's haggling because I'm trying to get barter information. I don't know.
I'll take that argument.
One of the cool things about Roll20 is you can switch your roll around at any time, and it maintains your old stats. So you can just drop in the pull down and go to Fixer, put in your roll ability of 2, and then you've got Grease, Contacts, and Haggle.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
where
awesome.
But Haggle's the only one that's a roll.
Where do I do this?
So
under roll. Okay, there's roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just change your roll.
You can swap that around as much as you want. It maintains all the stats. Like I leave Lawman up, even though I make Nomad rolls, because Lawman has specific roll stuff in that box, whereas Nomad is just automatically added to your ranks of Nomad. Automatically added, so you don't even need.
How we were doing that. Okay, so got it. I have now put myself to operator rank 2, and I'm going to roll that haggle.
Okay. Hot damn. So you are able to get contacts. Now choose which city are you trying to make your contacts in? Dallas, Austin, Houston, or San Antonio?
Houston, because again, I'm trying to contact drift nations, and they're going to be the ones closest, I think.
All right. So what I'd like you to do inside of your sheet, when it comes to how fixers operate, it says that they have like their local knowledge and local area. You can put down Houston City.
So under contacts?
Yep, contacts inside of Houston. So you're going to have your contacts inside of there. And you said you are roll ability 2, correct?
Yep.
All right, so let me pull up our fixer stuff on here. All right, Fixer 159. All right, Operator, you are rank 2, so you're able to get in contact with local honchos, local gang lords, and local neighborhood leadership. And you are able to try and barter in for a little bit of information. So you have a successful roll on there. What I'd like you to do right now is please roll 1d1000.
Sweet.
All right, so 226 times 0.9. If you pay a grand total of 200 eddies, you'd be able to get information about what's going on with the Drift Nations.
Done. 200 eddies?
I'll toss in 100 for that.
No need, I got it.
Okay.
So one of the local leaders explains to you this pretty precarious situation that the drift nations out in the Gulf, they've actively been wiped out. There used to be piracy quite often, especially along the coast for places like Houston, all the way down the coast down to Mexico and in South America, even all the way out to Florida. But since Metacore started rising a couple of years ago, they have actively wiped out every single drift nation in the Gulf. So they are the only remaining one.
Okay.
You are able to find out that some people that were former members of the Drift Nation here had actively fled cross country over to what is apparently like an old dilapidated aircraft carrier that's out in the Pacific outside of Night City. But nobody's really sure what's happened with that aircraft carrier since this really crazy lady took over power there. But apparently there's been some issues going on there, as well as a power outage and some trade issues. But since a lot of those folks fled cross country over to that aircraft carrier, there's no contacts for Drift Nation here in this space. The local oil rigs are owned directly by Petrochem, and the trade routes in the area are maintained by Metacor.
Okay. I have some idea. Okay. I go back to the rest. Okay, so no Drift Nations except Metacor. They've all been wiped out, and those that survived apparently fled to Night City on an aircraft carrier or onto some dilapidated aircraft carrier out there. So they're out of reach. They're not good. But Petrochem has all of the oil rigs out here, and I think that's opportunity for us to give them more of a bad name like we did with Vegas. But I don't know how to drive a boat.
What do you want to do? Blow them up?
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you. Over to Raven. They fled out to the Pacific, and they are on an aircraft carrier that is being led by a crazy lady named Umbra.
Got it.
No longer led.
We don't know that because that info has not been able to spread due to the power outages from the nukes.
Yep.
This is true.
So, yeah, I'm sure we could do something to them. Again, I'm brainstorming here, and I don't have the best brain for that, but we crippled them in Vegas, so
It doesn't get us anywhere. We're just lashing out. We need to think bigger.
Hostile takeover.
Can Kali run some tests on the shell and definitively determine that it is a clone and therefore illegal, and we can use that information coupled with the information that Jack already had pulled about the Metacor headquarters island, the new information where Metacor was just wholesale slaughtering Drift Nations. I mean, we've got the biggest problem is Metacor is not seen as a former Nomad nation of their own, and they're not. They're a corporation, a military corporation, just like Militech or Arasaka at this point. But they used to be considered nomads, and they got their good name by wiping out nomads, because nomads are looked down upon by everybody, but without us.
And they also spread misinformation about us.
Yeah, they blamed us for the attack that they made on our headquarters.
And like these Drift Nations were taken out because there was all this piracy and looting, when in reality I highly doubt that was the actual case.
Yeah.
They were probably the ones doing it, but then blaming it on Drift Nations.
We need to get solid concrete evidence and get it out there to...
That'd be fantastic if it's been writing bitch with Devilish Jack Holmes.
Mojo, roll me criminology, please.
Alrighty.
I mean, we didn't acquire that clone under the most legal of circumstances, and then seeing what happened after we left the building, I don't know that we want to admit that we were anywhere near there.
But we don't have to admit that it was us that stole it. We just have to say, hey, we found this, and oh, look, this is a clone, which is illegal, and it's branded by Metacorp.
And they'll just say they didn't get it here. And, I mean, how are we going to prove we got it there?
Hold on a second, guys.
We don't need to prove that they got it there. We need to just say, due to the fact that it looks like our man Jack, we decided to investigate.
Mojo.
Yep.
With your criminology roll, you know for a fact, legally, that Texas is its own independent state. It does not have laws against cloning, which is why Biotechnica set up their lab here, because there were no laws restricting cloning. It is because of their ability to make clones here in Texas that they are able to sell clone parts all over the country for medical procedures to be done. So a large portion of that comes directly from this state and is exported to other states, and it is not deemed illegal in this location. So pursuing that avenue would encounter nothing.
But are you allowed to carry clones across state lines?
There is no law against cloning in this state. And since they are not under the influence of the Boswash corridor over in the East Coast, no U.S. laws or NUSA laws technically apply here.
Okay.
I just wanted to have you roll that and give you a little bit of that information before you guys tried pursuing that lead.
I think our best bet is to prove that they set off several nuclear bombs within a stone's throw of a free city. I mean, their name is on the marquee there in Night City, like Metacore and Night City presents, like they're together. The other corporations and governments can't appreciate that. If we could get some information to them that shows that they were responsible, I think they would take them down themselves.
To reiterate what Stink Palm has mentioned, we know that the only restrictions on any forms of freedoms in the state of Texas apply to minorities and vaginas. So yeah, you can pursue the idea of trying to prove and show that they were the ones that detonated the nuclear weapons. You can try getting access to a boat to head out into the Gulf. You can pursue contacts inside of Houston. You can go to any of those exclamation marks. You can try visiting the cities. You can try pursuing the Snyders. There's tons and tons and tons of different little things that you can do right now. And I'm going to actually wrap up our session here. I'm going to let you guys discuss this over the course of the week. And then when we come back in, we will have our decision made on what we want to pursue. What lead do we want to grab and run with? And I will have the map edited so that T-Mart Incorporated 25 acres is officially marked down on the map. So, folks, this is where we're going to be wrapping up. We're going to do our outros. And I'm going to have our characters, or our players, outro themselves. I'm going to switch over to our player names. So Violent Neon, go ahead and start us off.
Hey, this is Violent Neon. You can find me here every Saturday as your nomad who tries to sell stuff now. And every Saturday, and when not here, you can find me on Cybernation Uncensored Discord as Violent Neon.
Thank you. Vampire?
I am Vampire Bites. I've been playing Mojo, the Lawman Nomad. And you can find me here every Saturday night with Cyber Nation Uncensored Goes Nomad. Throughout the week, you can find me on other people's Twitches, just hanging out in chat, or in the Cyber Nation Uncensored Discord, as well as many others. And maybe next week, Mojo will get his Mono Katana.
Johnny.
Yeah, I'm John. I played Remy Johnson Tech tonight. You can find me over on the Cybernation Uncensored Discord as Johnny Drop. You can find me here every Friday and Saturday night. And if you like, you can check out my SoundCloud at Arxon.
Thank you. Raven.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. Showed up late. I've had the pleasure of playing Calamity, your newly triple classed solo, tech, nomad. You can find me all over the internet at Doña Trece Cuervo. Thank you.
Thank you. Chuggy.
Hey, I'm Chuggy, and played T-Bar the Nomad, who hopefully will keep moving up the corporate ladder until I don't have to hang out with the rest of these nomads.
Right. And Mark.
Mark, Captain Mark 87 on Discord. Find me here every Saturday playing Devilish Jack Combs the Rocker Boy. Every Friday on Fallout playing Sean Dalton, the International Man of Mystery, and then over on twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory, our regular game where I play a magical con man called John Vanian. Except for tomorrow, where we're doing a specials one shot with a big mix of the cast that we've got across our two shows because the Super Bowl's on and we've got people out. And I will be playing a half orc serial killer, so that'll be fun.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. It's been a wonderful session here. We had like half combat with really weak acids, and then half roleplay, trying to get everybody back together, figuring out what direction and what's going on. We have our nomads now resettling instead of in California. Now they're in the free state of Texas, living on the land owned by T-Mart Incorporated. We are going to be picking back up next week, and I've been your GM, Jim Capricious Nature. Our music has been brought to us today by Outworld Sounds and Base Ape Records. You can find the supplement that we were using for our Vehicles of Red over on cybernationuncensored.com, and of course, you can check out the other links I have on my link tree. Now, last two announcements before we pop on off. Number one is that starting next week with both the Fallout and the Cyberpunk Nomad campaign, we will officially be using Sirenscape. Steve over at Sirenscape has been super awesome and has given me access to the suite. And so I'm going to be spending the next week learning how to use it and then hopefully not screwing it up on live stream, which will happen anyway. The second thing I want to give everybody a heads up about is that, as I announced on our Fallout game yesterday, is that there's going to be a couple of days where I will not be able to GM for our players because I am being brought in for AP testing. So I will not be able to GM, and our stream will not be running on March 5th. And March 26th. So those two dates, you guys can go find something fun to do, and we will be meeting other than that. So for the rest of February, we are good to go. March 5th, we will be on a break, and then a couple of weeks later, March 26th, we will be on a break. Outside of that, I will see all of you cool cats and dogs next week for our Fallout Asia and our Cyberpunk Goes Nomad campaign. Until then, everybody, stay safe. We'll see you later.
Nation